कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। In Srimad Ramayanam, we have come across the essence, the beauty of Balakandam. Though the number of verses in Balakandam is less compared to maybe an Ayodhya or a Yuddha Kandam, it covers a major section of Rama's life. In fact, it goes to describe the circumstances that led to the birth of Rama, Rama's birth, Rama's childhood, Rama's boyhood, Rama's marriage to Sita, them living happily for another set of 12 years. It largely covers Rama's pre-birth too, till he turned 24. But it is a small canto if you see the number of verses. Ayodhya Kandam, on the other hand, speaks about the events that unfolded in a period of say 30 days. But the emotion that it covers is something that we all need to relish, cherish and staple in our memories. What kind of emotions does it talk? It talks about the love that Dasharatha had towards his son Rama, the infatuation that Kaikeyi had towards Rama, which later turned into hatred. It also talks about the innocent love that Kaushalya had for Rama, the bhakti that Bharata, Lakshmana had towards Rama and Sita, the Bhratravatsalyam that Rama had towards his brothers, the bhakti that Guha had towards Rama, the respect that Bharadwaja Maharishi and many other Maharishis like Atri, Vasishtha had towards Rama. Finally, it culminates in its zenith, which is Paduka Pattabhishekam. Though these are emotions and it is just a span of 30 days, it is a huge kandam, a very big canto. In contrast, we are again going to come back to a relatively smaller kandam, smaller canto, like the Balakandam. Unlike the Ayodhya Kandam, this is called Aranya Kandam. This word Aranya stands for forests. In fact, in our Sthala Puranas, when they talk about revered cities, hamlets, villages, temple towns, you will find this word Aranya associated with those temples. Let us go from the north. In the same state of Uttar Pradesh, we have a very revered kshetram, which is called as Naimisharanyam. There, it is described as a forest. I am taking you all the way to the south, in a small hamlet called as Mannargudi in Tamil Nadu. It is a temple town for Lord Krishna, who is called Rajagopala. It is called Champakaranyam. Similarly, there are many kshetrams which are coined after the word Aranya, which literally means forest. On a very lighter vein, people of the earlier generations have seen most of the current day cities being forests. So forest was not a no man's land, nor was it a stranger's land to our ancestors. They have seen forests everywhere. Now with the huge population that Bharata Desham possesses, we have turned all the forests into towns or cities. So the word Aranya is not foreign to us. In fact, one of the important portions of our Vedam is called Aranyakam. It is said that this portion of the Vedas was specially formulated by the rishis while they were in the forest, because forests are known to be lesser or never polluted at all. There is serenity, there is peace, there is harmony. So the thoughts that flow through the minds and the tongues of rishis while they are in the forest will be even more pristine. So that bhagam of the Vedam is called Aranyakam. So this word Aranya is not foreign to us. But why does Aranya come in Ramayanam? It is obvious. Kaikeyi had asked the boon that Rama should go on an exile to the forest, to the Aranya. So Rama's sojourn from Ayodhya with his beloved wife Sita and his fervent brother Lakshmana goes into the forest. The other condition which was not told by Kaikeyi was, if somebody is sent on an exile to the forest, it doesn't mean they can go build a beautiful bungalow there, have one servant quarters. This is not what forest life was meant for. In fact, the rule, the unwritten rule in the forest if a person has to live was to construct houses of materials which are perishable and very temporary in nature. They should also never rely on comforts in the forest. Suppose if I am going to take my bathtub, all the very good air conditioners to the forest, I can still not call it forest life. I have to live with minimum materials in the forest. The other most important rule was you cannot stay in a particular place in the forest for more than a night, technically speaking. But that could be relaxed, but it cannot be at least for more than a few months. Later, Valmiki does make the statement that Rama stayed in one particular place for a few months, then he moved to another place for a few months. So he talks about Rama's place of residence shifting. This was to give enlightenment to the people there, so that they think that life is very impermanent. The only thing which is permanent is the Jivatma, everything else is temporary. So it is best that Jivatma, while staying in this material body, in this Pancha Bhautika Shariram, takes or resorts to an upayam which will take it to Vaikuntha, where there is no return. Nasapunaravartate. So that said, Aranya Kandam is also the essence of philosophical quintessence. You find Siddhantam in it. Time and again, when we will have the ability and the opportunity to discuss Aranya Kandam, I will take you through that Vedanta Bhagam. In fact, at the commencement of the Aranya Kandam itself, Valmiki does give a very vivid picture of the hermitages of the rishis in the forests. To which the commentator, the famed commentator Govinda Raja, in his commentary called Bhushanam, states, I am going to read out verbatim the commentary. Asmin Kande Jagadjanmadikaranasya Vedanta Vedyasya Brahmano Nirasta Samasta Vidyatvam Nikhila Antaryamitvam Niratishaya Aujvalyam Nirupama Dharma Pravartakatvam Ityadi Ananta Kalyana Gunajatama Varnitam. So in this particular canto, Valmiki is said to have given a description of Jagat Janmadi Karanasya, the one who creates, who helps in the sustenance, who takes part in the dissolution, who is the Antaryami, the one who stays as witness within, Vedanta Vedyasya, the one who is the essence of Vedanta, Siddhantam, Samasta Vidyatvam, the one who knows everything, Nikhila Antaryamitvam. He is the Antaryami, the Harda Tattva of everything which is sentient and insentient. Niratishaya Aujwalyam. That effulgence, that radiance which is inseparable from him. Nirupama, Dharma, Pravartakatvam ityadi Ananta Kalyana Gunajatam Avarnitam. Ananta Kalyana. He has got repository. He is a repository of all auspicious attributes. Are they countable? No. If you start counting them, it is a futile process. They are countless, innumerable. So he says, Ananta Kalyana Gunajatam Avarnitam. So all these essential characteristics of Paramatma is described through the Patram called Rama by the one who is making this compendium called Valmiki in this canto called Aranya Kandam, says the commentator. Of course, all this we will not be able to reveal it at the start itself. As and when each incident comes, the commentator and the poet themselves take us through those particular passages. Now, as Rama, Lakshmana and Sita have entered the forest, it doesn't mean they didn't enter before. The moment they left Ayodhya and its outskirts, they reached Chitrakuta, they obtained the blessings. All this happens in Ayodhya Kandam towards the end, but it gets all the more beautiful in Aranya Kandam. They have to live in the forest throughout in Aranya Kandam. So, if I have to give you a timeline of Aranya Kandam, Rama had completed the age of 24. That was Balakandam. He was just beginning with his 25th year. That is when Ayodhya Kandam begins. In a span of 30 days, whatever happened comes in Ayodhya Kandam. Now, from the 25th year of Rama till he turns roughly about 38, which is 13 years out of the 14 years of exile, comes in Aranya Kandam. The last 1 year of his exile, the 14th year of his exile, is divided into Kishkinda Kandam, Sundara Kandam and Yuddha Kandam. So that last 1 year you have got 3 cantos, 3 large cantos. Yuddha Kandam is very huge. Sundara Kandam and Kishkinda Kandam are fairly decent. So 3 cantos talks about the 14th year. Aranya Kandam talks about the 13 years, all the 13 years. So the incidents in Aranya Kandam may just be the important ones. He may not cover every month and every week of Rama in the forest. That said, beginning in the Aranya Kandam, Rama, as he sees the hermitages, what sight does he get? Valmiki states, Kushachira parikshiptam brahmaya lakshmya samavritam yatha pradiptam durdarsham gagane surya mandalam. As he saw the hermitages from the distance where the rishis lived, it looked like Surya Mandalam, says Valmiki. Sir, Surya's sun is in the top. We look into the sky. He gives rays. He is Swayam Prakasha. These are hermitages of the rishis. Why should these hermitages be compared with the Surya Mandalam? The commentator does give a reason, but he says you have to wait for the next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.